Hey there, welcome back, guys. We're going to check out our Mini 3 Pro. Rumor has it that there has been some updates, and it's been a while since I actually turned this thing on. So let's give it a shot. So what we want to do is we want to go into our settings, make sure you're connected to the Wi-Fi. As you can see, I am. And then we're going to go into the connection guide. I'm going to click on, I should be able to connect to the Mini 3 Pro. Everything seems searching for aircraft. Since it's been a while that it connected to it, most likely we'll probably get an error. Let's see what that little play button does. Really nice. Everything should connect in a bit. If it doesn't, that's okay. We'll just click unable to connect to aircraft. We'll just hold down the power button for 4 seconds until we get a beep, and then we'll just pair it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that that's doing that, I should be able to click pair, and it should connect in about 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. There we go. We're connected. All right. So now that we're inside the drone, of course, it's not going to be able to take off, but we're going to see what updates will actually push to it. So you click on the little hamburger menu. Let's see, connection bound to another aircraft. We'll just change the bound device since we already have the other remote designated for the other drone. And we'll just click confirm and work. Fly safe. New static fly safe database available. We'll just click update. Fly safe ensures, okay. We'll just click update. It says DJI UVAs use FlySafe database to identify geo zones and other restricted areas and reduce interference and risk to civilian aviation. We'll just click update. It'll take a little bit to download. Once it does, it should just update automatically, but I have to make sure I'm still bound. Update successful, which is great. Just click on that little, nothing happens. We'll just click the X and see what happens. Fly safe data updated successfully, and click go fly. And now I can change the bound device because I actually want it to be this one. Well, let's click cancel and actually see if it updates. Go here, about, check for updates. New firmware available. Let's select update. All right, let's see. Added reset all settings and clear all data options. Refer to the Mini 3 Pro user manual. Add gain and exposure tuning, the maximum flight speed, brake sensitivity, and other settings can be adjusted in different flight modes. So it sounds like basically cruise control, but with a manual feature where we could actually set the speed prior to actually flying instead of the speed actually being adjusted when you press the button. That's what it sounds like. Update. All right. So the firmware has been updated. Let's see what we have here. Let's click on the X, click OK. Most likely I'll have to change the batteries when... So let's see. We're connected. Yes. So now that we're here, let's go into the settings and have a look and see. Whoops, we have our settings set to auto. Unable to take off because I'm inside. Battery's at 50%. Okay, change bound device. Let's see what we have here. We're going to change the bound device. Click next. Click confirm. Keep it as that because we want it to have a designated device. Before it was the Pro receiver, but this is fine. Let it have its designated. Binding successful. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We got 0 satellites. Let's see, flight maximum altitude. Nothing's changed there. Compass is normal. Control. Okay. Safety. Let's see if it works in flight. It could be possible that these features are only available while the drone's in flight. All right, so we're gonna a little windy. Okay, we're at 48% battery life, which is okay. That gives 2 bars, so 2 bars is 48%. Maybe I'll just take a picture of that. That looks like a really nice picture. Maybe I'll use that as the thumbnail. Okay guys, we just did the update and we checked it out. It's not working on the standard RC controller, but it's working on the Pro RC controller. So, which is kind of nice. So basically it adds cruise control to the drone without using the experience that you get when using the Pro receiver, but it's actually if you're flying the DJI Mini 3 Pro. It's a little disappointing that it doesn't work on the standard RC. So you have to have the black remote, the black, which is the Pro RC controller. So as you can see, if I click on safety, it's all there, right? We want to make sure my return home altitude is set. But when you click on control, you will see this menu. It's all the same. But when you click on right here, see where it says, where it says gain and Expo Tuning, that's where things change for this drone. So you have to be flying the Mavic Mini 3 Pro. So maximum horizontal speed. So basically it's cruise control for the Mini 3 Pro. I'm going to set to 6 miles an hour. Maximum height speed. Well, that's a nice speed for going up. And maximum descent, that's still pretty good. Let's make it a little bit slower. Okay, so a higher value indicates a faster horizontal speed. So, and let's see, maximum descent. We're not going to change the angular velocity or anything like that. So we're just going to do maximum horizontal speed. And I believe the same, you can change that for sport mode, make it a little bit faster, but I'm not going to. Okay, so we're going to leave that. So no matter how hard you push the throttle, that's the maximum speed that it's going to go. Really interesting. I don't know why they didn't add this to the standard controller though. All right, so now we're going to go back, click there, and I'm going to start the drone, let it take off. And we should see if this new feature actually works. Just going to move the drone out of the way. And set that like that. Okay, maximum horizontal speed. Whoa. Obstacle avoidance. It's in. So that's. There we go. Let's see, move it a little bit more. I'm going to lower the maximum horizontal speed. So we're going to go back to control, gain in position. Maximum horizontal speed will be 2 miles an hour. Maximum ascent speed, let's see if it, we can set it at 3. So no matter how hard we push the throttle up, it's as fast as it's going to go. See that? I have my throttle at full, and that's the maximum speed it's going, between 1 and 2 miles an hour, which is great. The reason why I say this is great is because it's so slow, and that's the maximum. If you have obstacles near you, so like let's say there's a tree, there's a house, etc. This is where we're going to put it into effect. Maximum, let's see, aircraft, maximum descent, which is fine. We don't want it going down too fast. Maximum ascent, and leave it like that. Okay, so now the reason why I say this is great is because turning speed is always going to be fluid and fast. So maximum speed right, maximum speed left. See that? Maximum horizontal speed has been adjusted. See, it's going to go slow. And the reason why this is great is because, let's say someone's like, hey, I want some video of my house, or whatever. Maybe you just want to shoot more fluid video without the shaky cam experience. So now I go to video, right? And that's going to be the maximum speed for this video, no matter how horizontal speed is sideways. See that? Look at that. Let's see, where's my drone? Look at that. and I can tilt it, which is great, slightly. So I'm going to do it back the other way, and that's the maximum speed. Look at that, how slow that is. So I can tilt the drone a little bit, so I can get that. And remember, this is going to be my video. Well, sort of. Let's bring the drone back. Remember, left is right and right is left. So I'm going to be right about here, okay? And position it right about there. Shoot some video. Here's someone knocking. And let's bring the drone this way. I'm going to bring it left. This is great. So look at that, steady footage, and you can rotate the drone a little bit. Not that you would want to. You most likely want it set at the angle before you stop moving. You know, that's how you get your stable footage. But look at that, it's shooting, which is great. You can tilt it a little bit. Look at that. See that? Really nice. Now for the maximum ascent speed, let's just double check before we go up. We're just going to double check the maximum ascent speed. Maximum ascent speed is 3 miles an hour. So that's as fast as it's going to go. So we can do that a little bit faster. Basically, this is cruise control for maybe 6. Let's do 4 miles an hour. Okay. And 4 miles an hour is a little bit too fast. Okay. So we're going to lower that a little bit. Change the maximum ascent speed to 2 miles an hour. Okay. And then that's still pretty fast for 2 miles an hour. Wow. Well, the descent is pretty fast. Let's try that again. Maximum ascent speed. That's as slow as it's going to go. And maximum descent speed will make the same, 2.2 and 2.2. And it's in, of course, normal mode. Okay? And now, let's see. Yep. So it's going up at that speed. It's a nice speed, nice steady speed, not too fast, not too slow. Now let's try the descent. See the descent? See, it says 2 miles an hour. See that? And maximum horizontal is, of course, just as slow, which is great for your footage. Remember, this is the purpose of this is so that you can have steady footage. And let's see, maximum ascent is 2.2 miles an hour, which is great, not too fast. This is steady too. This is great for your drone because you don't want to ascend too fast or descend too fast. So personally, I would leave these settings for the slow descent and semi-fast descent. You decide which speed is best for you depending on what kind of pilot you are. Because some of you might fly until your battery is super low, right? And other pilots might fly and conserve the battery a little better. So look, it's moving forward really slow. That's really slow. Let's see. Move it forward a little bit. So the rate that it's moving is so slow. So for sure for video, remember this is for video. So if you're going to do video, this is the average speed that you will want. Let's see what speed it goes back, even when it's going back. Let's try to bring it up a little bit. Maybe just bring in the horizontal speed, higher value, lower values. Let's try and just speed it up a little bit. It doesn't have to be that slow. See, a little bit faster, which is great. You don't want it too fast. And a lot of time, if it's too slow, like you find like, oh, I got some great footage, this is just too slow, you can always speed it up in post-production. This is not bad. This is a little bit faster. But remember, we just changed the horizontal speed. So everything's going to be a little bit slower, a little bit faster. So on that note, where's the drone? Just going to bring it back a little bit. So for the horizontal speed, let's decrease it a little bit. That's 5 miles an hour. Let's try 3 miles an hour. Okay, look at that. Great footage, steady footage, no shaky cam. You can tilt the drone. Again, this is great for new pilots, semi-cruise control because the speed's actually set. Look at that. Love it. This is actually pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having this feature on the Mavic. But we have cruise control, so you just have to press the hotkey and decide which speed you're going. This is pretty neat. It's a little bit disappointing that this feature is only available on the DJI Pro receiver, not the standard one, but it lets you update it and it tells you that these features are there, but I just don't see it. But this is actually being done on the, I'll actually show you. Bring the drone down a little bit. It's going to be a little slow coming in because remember I lowered the speed. It's nice though, smooth transitions. So it's working on this remote RC controller, the Pro. But really nice, really good feature. Kind of makes the DJI Mini 3 Pro a little bit more robust. And I hope this video helps you and you're better able to have better experiences with your DJI Mini 3 Pro. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below or ideas for other videos. And I'll see you all next time.